We feel that even if all possible scientific questions be answered, the problems of life have still not been touched at all. Every setback is an opportunity to grow if we take the time to reflect, find out what went wrong, and use our experiences to move forward. 3 things cannot hide for long: the moon, the sun, and the truth. Satan profits from the prayerlessness of the saints. I believe in the fundamental truth of all great religions of the world. On the whole, human beings want to be good, but not too good, and not quite all the time. I can't feel my tongue, but I know it's there because I'm talking. The best knowledge is knowing yourself and your inner being. Be wiser than other people if you can, but do not tell them so. I can learn to live with guilt. I don't care about being good. In good company, one must never want to be entirely and solely right, which is what all pure logic wants. The truth has always been a more complex commodity than the market can easily package and sell. There is strange comfort in knowing that no matter what happens today, the sun will rise again tomorrow. Things will change. You won't feel this way forever. And anyway, sometimes the hardest lessons to learn are the ones your soul needs most. You cannot teach a man anything. You can only help him find it within himself. I saw the world from the star's point of view, and it looked unbearably lonely. Behind every successful person lies a pack of haters. A wise man always has something to say, whereas a fool always needs to say something. The bottom line is, insults only hurt when they come from someone I respect. I could die for you, but I couldn't and wouldn't live for you. I want to drag knives over my skin, just to feel something other than shame, but I'm not even brave enough for that. The truth is not for all men, but only for those who seek it. It's no use going back to yesterday, because I was a different person then. Life isn't as serious as the mind makes it out to be. Not in his speech, not in his thoughts. I see his greatness, only in his actions, in his life. To truly laugh, you must be able to take your pain and play with it. Know what you want, work to get it, then value it once you have it. A lie, sometimes, can be truer than the truth, which is why fiction gets written. A man who dares to waste 1 hour of time has not discovered the value of life. The gods are fond of the cryptic and dislike the evident. It is not the cards you are dealt in life that matters, it is how you play your hand. Everything has its wonders, even darkness and silence, and I learn, whatever state I may be in, therein to be content. We never know which lives we influence, or when, or why. You know, life fractures us all into little pieces. It harms us, but it's how we glue those fractures back together that make us stronger. Don't be pressured by the society, because no matter what you do, you won't be perfect. Why not just be yourself? Ignorance isn't always the problem. Sometimes, it's also the solution. It depends on how you see it. Authority without wisdom is like a heavy axe without an edge, fitter to bruise than polish. Doubting your judgments is the beginning of enlightenment. Whatever happens to your body, your soul will survive, untouched. That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind. To conquer oneself is the best and noblest victory. To be vanquished by one's own nature is the worst and most ignoble defeat. To become a master at any skill, it takes the total effort of your heart, mind, and soul working together in tandem. When you compare the sorrows of real life to the pleasures of the imaginary one, you will never want to live again, only to dream forever. If you believe in destiny and its special magic, do not ever feel that the pain you carry is going to become real. It is not enough to show how clever we are by showing how obscure everything is. Life is short. Focus on what really matters most. You have to change your priorities over time. Wisdom comes not from age, but from education and learning. Perception was easily accomplished, required little effort, and it never had to stand the test of reality. Beyond the fiction of reality, there is the reality of the fiction. When you stop complaining about others for not helping you and focus on your efforts, there's no stopping you. To succeed in life, you need 3 things: a wishbone, a backbone, and a funny bone. There is not a particle of life which does not bear poetry within it. When you have an understanding of how things work, you will know better how to work things out. Employ your time in improving yourself by other men's writings, so that you shall come easily by what others have labored hard for. I have given my word that only death will take me from you. Man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore. The aim is to balance the terror of being alive with the wonder of being alive. The world is before you, and you need not take it or leave it as it was when you came in. Love drips like honey from the hive, constant, sweet, precious, into your heart each and every moment if you let it. I need to stop fantasizing about running away to some other life and start figuring out the one I have. Not every instance requires a response. Truth resides silently in the seat of power. Thank people who help you because they make you happy. Thank people who don't help you because they make you strong. It's important in life if you don't give a shit. It can help you a lot. If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. A wise man gets more use from his enemies than a fool from his friends. When you're the most happening person at the party, it's time to leave. Most people think happiness is about gaining something, but it's not. It's all about getting rid of the darkness you accumulate. When you are in company of people who don't add value to your life, you risk wasting your effort to succeed. Reputation is what other people know about you. Honor is what you know about yourself. My head will explode if I continue with this escapism. It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. Every immigrant who comes here should be required within 5 years to learn English or leave the country. When you are living the best version of yourself, you inspire others to live the best versions of themselves. It's never overreacting to ask for what you want and need. Only something extremely dire and disabling will ever stop a real writer from writing. Retirement is never an option. Art should comfort the disturbed and disturb the comfortable. Make life easier by living in the present and believing in the future. Of all sad words of tongue or pen, the saddest are these: it might have been. Things change, and friends leave. Life doesn't stop for anybody. A nation should not be judged by how it treats its highest citizens, but its lowest ones. I am the truth, since I am part of what is real, but neither more nor less than those around me. The more ways you can tell a story and paint a picture, the better it is. Anyone who lives within their means suffers from a lack of imagination. I suppose the secret of his success is in his tremendous idleness, which almost approaches the supernatural. Time is precious, but truth is more precious than time. Do not seek to follow in the footsteps of the wise, seek what they sought. If my answers frighten you, then you should cease asking scary questions. Good people see the good and bring out the best in other people. All men who have achieved great things have been great dreamers. Between natural ability and education, choose natural ability, as it will keep you happy and will fetch you the glory sooner. All the world's a stage, and most of us are desperately unrehearsed. You don't get respect if you don't deserve it. Every day is a bank account, and time is our currency. No one is rich, no one is poor. We've got 24 hours each. Root for others to win, and you will remain blessed. There is always room for more people to elevate. One truth doesn't refute another. Truth doesn't lie in the object, but in how we see it. The best way to have a good idea is to have a lot of ideas. There are no random acts. We are all connected. You can no more separate one life from another than you can separate a breeze from the wind. Only when you accept that one day you'll die can you let go and make the best out of life. And that's the big secret. That's the miracle. The good which every man who follows after virtue desires for himself, he will also desire for other men. Thou shalt not be a victim, thou shalt not be a perpetrator, but, above all, thou shalt not be a bystander.